I'm trying to figure out what's really wrong with most people, because I get to witness or I get to see or realize that most of the relationships which are good are being ruined because of one thing called pride. You might have heard me talking about something similar to this, but there's still more I want to add about this, okay? And by the way, you watching me for the first time, I am Ishmael and welcome to today's video. And I think this also victimizes when it comes to women as well, okay? Because there comes a time where there are formulas that people use to say that let them do this first, let them also do this, I won't say this until he does this, or I won't say this first until he also does this. And this is getting in the way for many marital breakthroughs of people because pride gets in the way. Listen, for example, I remember I also was at some point at a time where I was involved with a lady, a Christian lady, and something went wrong and then we separated. And then again, there came a time in which that lady tried to come back to my life. Remember, she was the one on the wrong. She was the reason why we separated or we were no longer talking at that time. So she came back into my life. And in that case, I was willing to take her back, to be honest with you. But the thing that got in the way is she just came back. She kept quiet, just kept texting me like a friend. Although reading from the signs, I could tell that this lady is still interested. But just because I wanted her to apologize for her past mistakes so that we don't go through the same thing again, because I was not willing to go through the same thing again with her, the lady never apologized. The lady never stated her intentions with me. And as a result, we kept on talking until to a point where I finally totally lost interest in her. And I got to realize years later that, you know what, we could have gotten back together. It would have worked out again, but it never did because she was unwilling to just come and say, you know what, I messed up. I still want you back. Listen, many people, they lose out, they miss out from something that is right, something that is cool, and you wonder why is he quiet. Listen, when it is part of your fault, you must learn to say sorry. You must learn to play a role, to do something about it. Majority of relationships are being ruined. Potential marriages are being ruined because of pride. Let me tell you, it does not take so much for a good thing to be ruined. You can just fight over just small thing and you decide to keep quiet and that will be it. I once shared a story of this lady that she was in a similar situation with a boyfriend. It was that thing that she was at a certain place and the boyfriend was calling her and couldn't go get hold of her. And to the point where he became insecure and started being too not understanding what's going on. And they kind of started fighting about that. And by the end of the phone call, the lady kind of hanged up on him. And from there, he also never called her again. And I remember telling the lady that, you know what, most probably the man does not want to call you back because he feels like you hanged up on him. And she was like, yes, but if he was serious, he really loved me, he was supposed to also call me as well. So you see what is happening here. There was a clash of two prides. One says she hanged up on me and I won't call again, and also I was not going to call again. I understand his point. But the lady was failing also to understand that she was on the wrong. It was also her fault. She made him think that he is hanging up on him and she does not want to talk. It felt like disrespectful. And let me tell you, just like that, that was the end of the relationship till to this very day. You see, because of just something small, just because of just a small fight, and then no one is willing to apologize. But listen, you'd be surprised that you were the chosen one. That person was the right one for you. You guys were good together, but because of one small misunderstanding, everything got ruined. You must be careful of that. You must watch out from that. Hallelujah. I remember there have been many instances, many cases. You see people who just separated because of just small pride. You ruin something good because of, when I say small pride, I'm saying just because of pride. You remain just because of one small mistake, and due to pride, something great gets to be ruined. Do not allow it. This is a message to help somebody. Please don't let it. One small advice, one small text can just bring you your kingdom marriage, can reconcile your kingdom marriage. Not so long I shared a testimony of this lady who asked an advice from me. Then I was like, you know what? She was waiting for him to text. Then I was like, at some times he might also be scared to text you first because he is thinking that maybe you're no longer interested. Maybe you will ignore him. Men are also scared of rejection. You must know that. So the lady, as much as she was scared, I remember in the text, she was so scared to do it. Eventually, she texted the man. And surprisingly, she says, like he said all along, he also wanted to text her, but he thought that she had already moved on and she's most probably married. So he was excited to the point where now they're at a point of getting married. But it didn't take so much. Just one text greeting him. I don't remember her telling me that she begged him, and according to how she acts, I don't think she did so. But she only texted him. And to him, that became as a confirmation that, oh, okay, she's still into me. She's still interested. So just one small text. That was it. Listen, I've been into one of my best amazing relationships I've ever been at, with people who seemed to be promising, who seemed to, we would have almost gotten married. It was due to the ladies that just approached me. And those ladies, let me tell you, it's not like they were loose ladies or they were like what, but were ladies who were just brave enough. One of them, I remember, yes, I approached her at first, but we never spoke for some time. Then some month later, she texted me and reminded me, oh, do you remember me? Yeah, you once took my contacts. At that time, I was not having a proper phone, blah, 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 blah. And from there, the rest was history. And I found that she was amazing until things, you know how challenges can be. Another one, she just approached me as well. She just, out of the blue, asked me, can you buy me this thing? Like an ice cream. Let me just put, she was like, can you buy me ice cream? And from there, I could just judge. This lady, she's like interested. From then, that's how I got her contacts. And I knew that most probably she needed more. And listen, we ended up being together, we dated, and it lasted. It was amazing. So listen, that fear, that being unable to just say one thing can hinder you from having something amazing. I remember that lady I was chatting about earlier on, that just because she couldn't apologize and then we ended up not getting back together. It's so funny it's so sad, not so funny. It's so sad that even right now she's currently married, but she's in a toxic marriage. And she has already like a kid with that man, but she's been sharing with me that these things are bad. So listen, had she maybe apologized, we don't know what would have happened between us. Maybe things would have been amazing, maybe we would have been married. But just because she couldn't just say I'm sorry and she wanted to act like as a man, he must reapproach me. Those rules, let me tell you, they don't count. They don't matter. Yes, I know a man according to order is supposed to, but listen, you must also learn to realize when you're on the wrong, and you'll see things will be smooth. And of course, that's all I had for you in today's video. If you watch till to the very end, just comment with the word, I will own up my fault. Hallelujah. And as for me, I will see you next time. Bye.